On July 25th, 2025, USCIS published an implementation plan should the executive order about birthright citizenship go into effect, and I'm going to break it down for you. I do want to clarify that as of the recording of this video, the executive order is not in effect, so anybody who is born in the US, regardless of what their parents' legal status is considered a US citizen. So going back to this implementation plan that USCIS published, they are saying that mothers who are unlawfully present and the father is not a green card holder or a US citizen, if that child is born in the US, that child is not going to be considered a US citizen. And children whose mother's presence is lawful but temporary and the father is not a green card holder or a US citizen, the child born in the US would not be considered a US citizen either. So then the document talks about what the term unlawfully present means. To be unlawfully present, it means that a person is present in the United States after the expiration of the period of stay authorized by the Attorney General, or present in the United States without being admitted or paroled. So let me give you a real life example of how this would work if a child is born to somebody who is unlawfully present. Let's say that a woman comes into the US with a tourist visa. Typically with tourist visas, people are given 6 months at a time to stay in the US. And let's say that the woman never leaves the US when she's supposed to. She ends up getting pregnant and the father is not a US citizen or a green card holder. In that scenario, that child born in the US would not be considered a US citizen. That would also be the case if the woman came in undocumented. This document does talk about the scenario where the mother is here lawfully, but it's temporary, and what happens to children who are born to those mothers where again the father is not a US citizen or a green card holder. In that scenario, a child who is born in the US would also not acquire US citizenship at birth. Examples of people who would be considered to be here lawfully but temporarily include those who have come in on non-immigrant visas like tourist visas, student visas, or work visas, and also those who are considered to be in deferred action or came to the US under the visa waiver program. DHS and USCIS will propose that for children who are born to mothers who are here temporarily but lawfully, and that their father is not a US citizen, green card holder, or US national, that those children born to those mothers would acquire the same immigration status as the mother. Now this is implied, but I'll say it anyway. If a mother is a US citizen or a green card holder and they have a child who is born in the US, that child will be considered a US citizen regardless of what the dad's legal status is. The legal battle over this executive order is not over yet, but I will be here to keep you posted on updates, so make sure to like and follow.